Hi guys, in this video I will review Sony a6000. This is the latest mirrorless, advanced mirrorless camera from Sony. It is a successor to the very popular a6000. Compared to the previous model, there are several key differences. The sensor now has 24 megapixels, before it had only 16. Also, autofocus has been upgraded, and the camera now records Full HD video at 60 progressive frames per second. Before it could only do 30. Sadly, one detail is downgraded, and this is electronic viewfinder. a6000 had 2.5 million dots viewfinder, and this one has only 1.4 million. So sadly, although the image is also still good in this viewfinder, it is not as good as the previous model. As soon as you take Sony a6000 in hand, you can right from the beginning see this is a very nice camera. Build quality is on a very high level. The chassis is made from magnesium and outside materials are of very high quality. The grip is completely covered with rubber, as you can see, and it is very well shaped, so it is very easy to hold the camera for longer periods of time. Just to make a comparison, you can see it beside the lower spec Alpha 5100. There is no big difference in size, but this is enough so the camera completely feels different in hand. On the top of the camera you can see a built-in flash. It has 6-meter range and you can tilt it upwards for a bounce option. Also, the camera is completely full with external controls. You get external mode dial and also 2 dials which are customizable. No less than 7 buttons on this camera can be completely customized to your likings. 6 on the back and 1 here beside the shutter button. The good thing is that the offered options to customize on these buttons are very large, so you can tailor this camera to almost anyone's desires. This is the main menu system. As you can see, it is completely packed with advanced features, so advanced users will enjoy using it. The LCD screen has 920,000 dots. It is very detailed and has excellent, as you can see, excellent viewing angles. The only thing I didn't like about the LCD is that it lacks brightness, so in daylight conditions you will have to put it on maximum brightness in order to see anything. Electronic viewfinder also has good viewing quality, but it is worse than the one found on a6000. It is smaller and has only 1.4 million dots. The previous a6000 had 2.5 million. On the right side you can see NFC logo. This camera also has a Wi-Fi option built in, and on the left side there are micro USB and micro HDMI outputs. On the bottom there is a metal tripod mount placed very far from the battery compartment, so when you use it on a tripod it is possible to change battery without removing it. The battery has enough power for maybe 300 or 350 shots out of a single charge, and the camera supports traditional SD memory cards. Video recording is possible in Full HD and at maximum of 50 frames per second, 64 American market and 28 megabits bitrate. This camera uses APS-C size sensor. This is the same as found in mirrorless cameras. It has 24 megapixels and image quality is on a very high level. Among the best you can find on APS-C side sensor market. But we didn't expect anything other from Sony, which is the leader in sensor production. At default settings, images have neutral colors, which is very good for post-processing, and also when you shoot in RAW format you can really pull out a lot of details out of the image. In night conditions you can get very nice images up to ISO 3200. And above that still you can get usable shots at 6400 and maybe even at 12,000, but then the noise will be strong. Video quality is on a very high level. Colors are realistic on default setting, exposure is spot on, and I couldn't see any compression artifacts in recordings. As far as night recording goes, you can get completely noise-free recordings up to ISO 1600 and in some occasion 3200, but everything above that there will be a strong noise in videos. Altogether, we feel Sony made a decent successor to the a6000. The only thing that is worse than on a previous camera is electronic viewfinder, and everything else is as equally good or even better. The camera is very well put together. It is very small, so you can fit it in a jacket pocket, and still you get the full manual controls and a lot of external dials and buttons which you can customize. Image quality is also on a very high level, one of the best on the market. Okay guys, that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you about Sony a6000. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and thanks for watching.